In chess, the rook is a power piece. It doesn't twist like the knight or glide like the bishop. It dominates straight lines, vertically and horizontally, with relentless clarity. And in business, the rook represents something just as critical: structure. The systems, channels, and frameworks that allow a company to scale with precision. Tactics win attention, but structure wins markets. You can be clever with your knights, visionary with your bishops, but without rooks, you'll stall before the endgame. Before we dive in, tell me this in the comments. I build my empire on structure. If that resonates, type it below. Rooks are late-game powerhouses. When the board opens up, they control entire lanes. In business, this mirrors what happens when you move beyond scrappy beginnings and start building scalable systems. Your rook moves are the automated funnels that generate leads 24/7, the distribution channels that reach customers efficiently, the operational frameworks that turn chaos into rhythm. Many businesses confuse clever tactics for real power, but the companies that dominate industries build strong rooks early. And when the board opens, they scale fast and clean. If that shift from hustle to structure speaks to you, drop this in the comments. Structure is my scale strategy. Business concepts, part 1. Let's break this down further. First, operational leverage. This is the power to multiply output without multiplying effort. Think of a CRM that handles thousands of leads with the same team, or an e-commerce backend that processes 10 orders or 10,000 using the same workflow. Rooks embody this. They don't waste moves zigzagging. They move with linear power. Businesses with leverage don't scale by adding people. They scale by building systems. Second, controlling your lanes. Rooks own files and ranks. In business, this means mastering your verticals and horizontals. Vertical equals your core operational excellence. Horizontal equals your distribution reach. A brand that masters both doesn't need to fight for every customer. It creates flow. If that hits home, type, I'm building lanes, not just moves. Business concepts and part 2. Next is platform power. Great players use rooks together to dominate the board. In business, this is when your structure evolves into an ecosystem, a platform that others rely on. Think of Amazon's logistics, Shopify's backend, or even a local distribution network that competitors end up using. When your rook structures become platforms, you stop chasing growth. Growth happens through you. Finally, strategic distribution channels. Rooks are strongest on open files. Similarly, your business must find and own clear distribution lanes. This could be a content pipeline, affiliate networks, B2B partnerships, or physical distribution routes. Structure here turns reach into dominance. If you're ready to build your own distribution power plays, say it in the comments. I'm claiming my lanes. Practical exercise. Here's your exercise for today. Take your Creative Minds Nano Business Market Map worksheet. In one section, list your current rook structures, systems, channels, or frameworks you've already built. Then, in another section, list the lanes you need to open. Where can you build leverage? Which verticals can you optimize? Which horizontal channels can you own? This visual will reveal gaps between hustle and scale and show you exactly where your rook moves belong. If you don't have the worksheet yet, type I want in the comments and we'll send it to you. Let's land the plane. Rooks symbolize structure, scale, and power plays. While knights and bishops create opportunities, it's the rooks that convert opportunities into dominance. In chess, the rooks often deliver the final blow. In business, structure is what wins the endgame. So here's your takeaway. Tactics get you noticed. Vision gives you direction, but structure makes your position unshakable. If this episode gave you value, episode 6 is where the most powerful piece enters the board. The queen, the ultimate blend of versatility, strategy, and execution. Subscribe, leave your comments, and remember, I build my empire on structure,